How you doing, brother?
This does not taste like French toast to me.
Well, you know what? I'll go in the back. We got a chef. He's directly from France.
Really?
Yeah, I'll bring him right to you.
All right. Thank you.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
No shit, I just quit, blew quick, whoa. I just do this 10 potential, my new fit, whoa. No snitch, I get my...
Jordan Jinx, known as Pi'erre Bourne, was born in Fort Riley, Kansas to a military family that moved around a lot, but spent majority of his school years in Columbia, South Carolina. Although he lived in the South with his parents, he would constantly visit his relatives who lived in Queens, New York, which is a place he feels helped shape the person he is today. Pi'erre would visit his family in New York. He got close to his uncle that was known for making music. One day when he was still a kid hanging around his uncle's friends who were freestyling for fun, Pi'erre began rapping by himself, and his uncle overheard him and noticed the passion his little nephew had for rapping and began teaching Pi'erre all the basics every day afterwards. Making beats was one of the first skills Pi'erre excelled in at a young age. He would play on his uncle's laptop that had the production software called Fruity Loops for hours and hours. His uncle saw how fast Pi'erre was learning the software on his own and decided to give him the entire laptop before he went back to South Carolina. At 18 years old, his uncle encouraged Pi'erre to pursue music at a higher level.
I like to rap, to be honest. So that's really why I got into music. And my uncle, he was just like, everybody fucking raps. Like, you gotta do something else. Like, you have to do something else. There's no way you can guarantee someone would take you seriously, and because everyone say they rap. So he was like, you gotta figure out how you can get in those studios. And this was after I was producing and stuff a little bit, but I didn't really get any placements yet. But I made beats for like people around in my peers and myself, so I was confident in it going into the situation for engineering. So I was like, if I engineer, I'll be in the studio, and then I could be like, I got some beats. So I was like, that'll work, and it actually did work.
So Pi'erre decided to move to Atlanta and enrolled at the SAE Institute for Sound Engineering. While in school, he would intern at multiple studios as an engineer to try to make extra money. This was around the time he met young Nudie at the studio session Pi'erre was engineering for. When Pi'erre heard Nudie rap, he noticed how talented he was and offered some beats for him to use. They instantly clicked after that and became good friends and consistently worked together. After school, Pi'erre then had a job at Epic Records for sound engineering, but would later quit after a year or so he could focus more on his own career. Literally the same day he quit his job, he received a call from Metro Boomin to come work on some stuff at a studio he was at. Pi'erre would go there regularly, and one day he met K Supreme, who was a close friend of Lil Yachty. He saw this opportunity and gave K Supreme some beats he had been working on. Those same beats would wind up in the young rapper's hands named Playboi Carti. Carti would use one of those beats to create the song Woke Up Like This that became an instant hit. Pi'erre had no clue none of this was happening until the song was already going viral, and at first felt played by K Supreme. But he got over it and decided to contact Carti himself about the situation. Carti insisted Pi'erre come to the studio and help on more stuff for Carti's upcoming album. This was the moment that they created Magnolia, and soon enough both their careers exploded.
Oh, that not your thoughts. Your bitch look like an aunt. Walked in with a shunt. Then I look like Shunt. Then I look like Cards. I think that be young Cards. Cardi spend 100 on a fucking watch. That's filthy. In New York, I'm in the rock. Had it in my sock. Running from my up.
Magnolia became Playboi Carti's breakout hit from his self-titled debut album, while Pi'erre's producer tag that was sampled from a Jamie Foxx episode became an internet meme. The duo took over the rap industry in a span of a few months. From there, Pi'erre started to become one of the most sought-after producers in the rap world. Towards the end of 2017, he had produced songs for Lil Yachty, XXX, 21 Savage, 6ix9ine's hit song Gummo, and many other big artists. In 2018, Pi'erre continued to work with Playboi Carti on his second album Die Lit, and produced majority of the project by himself. In addition, he produced big tracks like Travis Scott's Watch single, to even co-producing Yikes from Kanye West's Ye album. Kanye West was one of Pi'erre's biggest inspirations since he was a kid, but to not only meet him, but also create a song with him was a dream turned into reality. Pi'erre continued his run and released his own official album titled The Life of Pi'erre 4 on June 21st, 2019, a series that he originally started on SoundCloud as mixtapes. He followed that with a collaboration project with his longtime friend Young Nudie called Slimier on August 22nd, 2019. Around this time was when I started to notice Pi'erre was not only a great producer, but an entertaining rapper as well. TLOP4 is one of my favorite albums of 2019. I loved how every track smoothly transitioned into one another, with the production obviously being out of this world. Coming from an artist more known for the beats he creates, this album was a well-polished body of work representing the sound of the new age hip-hop. There's no question that Pi'erre Bourne has impacted our generation of hip-hop with his talent as a producer. I hope in the years to come he continues to elevate the rapper side of himself to create even better albums than TLOP4. He definitely shouldn't be overlooked when talking about people who help push the music industry forward.